Well, hey, manifestors, happy Thursday. I hope that you are in the midst of enjoying whatsoever it is you have manifested for your life. Be clear if you're not, you have the power to switch it, to change it, to improve it, to totally create something more, something different, something better. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Mercedes, and yes, you are manifesting with Mercedes. If you'd like to see more about how I help people create more of what they desire from their lives using exactly what they have, go to manifestmoreresults.com. And if you want to have a conversation about where you are, what's going on with you, just fill out the Google form and let's hop on a Zoom and have a conversation. You can manifest more of what you desire. Whether you're in a place where you want to come up and out to something different, or if you've hit a plateau, like you do well, you've accomplished and achieved a lot, but you're ready to go to the next level. Either way, you already have exactly what you need to do either one of those or anywhere in between. And I'm here to help you do it, and I'm glad to help you do it. So today, manifestors, we're going to have a quick conversation. We talked yesterday about how scarcity mindset, this darn knit was hung on a wire hanger, and I can't get this daggone point out. Somebody send me a tip how to get this darn, and ironing didn't help. But that thing getting on my nerves. Maybe I should have changed knit tops. Listen. Yesterday, we talked about the scarcity mindset, just in general. And I mentioned that scarcity mindset can also impact you professionally, whether you're an employee, an employer, or an entrepreneur, whether you have a profit, for-profit, whatsoever industry you work in. If you have scarcity mindset, you take it with you wherever you go. And yes, it can impact and does impact how you move professionally, the decisions you make, your ability to earn money or earn more money, your ability to raise money or raise more money, however you get it. The scarcity mindset has an impact. So those of you who know somebody who can benefit from this conversation, go ahead and invite them to join us. Go ahead and allow it to show up on your page, share it, and let me know your thoughts, your comments, your ahas, your revelations as we're going through this conversation. I love to have your feedback. As a matter of fact, manifestors, go ahead and let me know where in the world you're manifesting from. What city, what state, what continent, what country, where in the world are you? And go ahead and send me some good manifesting vibes. Send them to each other. Let the hearts fly. Let the thumbs up roll. Let's just get some good abracadabra manifesting energy going. Open up your heart, your mind, your spirit. Get what's good for you and apply it. And see, make manifest whatsoever it is you desire. Y'all already know, right? I have to say either below or above this video is either a white or a green. I saw it black one time, y'all, but there's either a white, a green, some kind of badge that says become a subscriber, become a supporter today. Those of you who have, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like some people see $4.99 and think it does not make that big of a difference, but it makes a huge difference. In addition to that, I have the opportunity to get a $10,000 cash bonus from Facebook, from Meta, from now up until April the 30th. So every time you see me, honey, you're gonna see me saying, become a subscriber today. It helps me do the work I do. and it makes me eligible for the $10,000 up to $10,000 cash bonus. So click the subscribe button. You can do it one time. You can do it 27 times. You can do it this month, cancel next month, or you can do it this month and allow it to go to whenever you desire. If you're having difficulty understanding how to stop it, just inbox me and I'll tell you how to stop it. But my request for you is do it today, right? Do it today and push me closer toward the $10,000 bonus by April 30th. Thank you in advance. I appreciate it. So the scarcity mindset, you all, we talked about it just a little bit on yesterday, and I'm quickly today going to hit on how it shows up in your professional life, how it causes you to speak, make decisions, act, not act, and it does impact your ability to earn, your ability to excel, your ability to elevate, your ability to grow. And we have to go back to foundationally, you reap what you sow, right? Foundationally, you put out what you get back. And a lot of times when we have scarcity mindset, we're putting out vibes, energy, thoughts, words, action that cause something to come back to us that we don't necessarily want to live, and that we're working so hard to get up and to get out of. And so in your profession, like in your business, if you have the scarcity mindset, that is part of what keeps you from being able to raise your prices, to charge what you're worth, and to expect to get the best pay for the goods and services you offer. Well, what does that mean? So listen, I was doing some work with a dear friend, high school classmate, and I said, you need to raise your prices. This should cost this amount. If you look at the market value and then you look at where you are in your industry in comparison to other people, what you've achieved and accomplished, you have the right to raise your prices. So there's a big tug of war, a big struggle back and forth. And finally, I just said, listen, I'm going to show you that you can charge this, and I'm going to show you that people will pay it. So we set everything up, and sure enough, very short period of time, the payment started coming through. So later we had a conversation about who they are, where they came from, and how anything over $1,000, it was like, it makes me like just cringe, make duck. And so because they have the mindset that other people won't pay that amount, then they won't charge that amount. And the truth is that notion and that concept is misconstrued. And it was proven because somebody very swiftly paid that amount. Y'all, when you have scarcity mindset, you try to count other people's money, right? You try to determine what they will and what they will not pay. Now, be clear. I'm not saying you don't need to do market analysis. You do. I'm not saying that you don't need to see what's going on in your industry and what the going rates are. You do. But you don't let the going rates and you don't let what's going on in your industry dictate to you how much people will and won't pay you. I promise you, there are people who will pay the price that you put on a good or a service. You just have to be in the right head space and the right heart space and the right spirit space. And y'all, head space, heart space, and spirit space is what? vibration and energy. You just have to be of the mindset and have the belief system that you can get paid a higher amount, that people will honor what you believe you should be charging on what you're worthy to be paid. But when you've come up in scarcity mindset where you're questioning every price, then when it's time for you to give a price, you subconsciously are believing and thinking that other people are doing the exact same thing. When you come up with always, or are raised always to look for a bargain, always to barter somebody down, always to be in a tug of war, when a price is given to you for goods and or services, then you end up doing the same thing. And what happens when you own a business, or what happens when you work with or for somebody else, then you start scrutinizing every single price tag. You start scrutinizing every proposal. You start scrutinizing every number that comes into your purview. And y'all, all the time, that's just not necessary. I cannot tell you the number of times I hear people in government say we have to be good stewards over the taxpayers' money. You be a good steward over the stuff you want to be a good steward over, right? Like if you're an elected official, right? If you're in government, or you're hired by or elected by, y'all, they are good stewards over what they want to be good stewards over, what they think should be scrutinized, and what they think should be brought to task. But that comes from a scarcity mentality. Scarcity mentality causes you to question everything when it is not necessary. Now, here's what I often tell people. If you think you can get it somewhere else better, then you should go do it. If you think that you can find somebody to bring the quality, the caliber, and has the track record of results that I have, and you can get them and pay less, like you should put them on a 5, 10, 20-year contract. Like for real, you should secure their services. But when you realize that you have a scarcity mindset and you work to shift it from scarcity to abundance, you know that government contract, if it don't come through, it's another one that will. And if it ain't a government contract, it'll be a university contract. I met a new manifester, absolutely awesome man. If you listen to it, a new manifester, I love you dearly, but I'm finna use you as an example. So we were in the midst of a conversation, and I said, well, how much money do you want to earn from speaking? Well, how much money do you want to earn from consulting? Well, how much money and where do you want to earn it? And he made the comment that you can't make money speaking with universities. Y'all, you can make money speaking wherever you will charge it and they will pay it. It's people who build $1 million lifestyles out of speaking at colleges and universities. It's people who have one specific income stream, right? Just off of colleges and universities. And they don't necessarily have to be speakers. But the point is, when your mindset is stuck in your profession on how you can and cannot earn money, how you can and cannot produce what you desire, then you never have the ability to extend beyond that, and it impacts you. I had a difference. So we used to do a mastermind. This was about 10, 12, I don't know how many years ago. And one of the people in the mastermind had lost a good job unexpectedly. The blessing was that they had got a severance. And as they were like benefiting from the severance, they were also looking for professional opportunities and contracts. So the point of the mastermind was that we would come together, share knowledge and information with each other, and when and where it was possible, we would give connections and referrals to each other, right? So the person in the mastermind made the comment that she was doing XYZ with a nonprofit, and everybody knows you can't make money in a nonprofit. Let me tell y'all something. And I said, I'm gonna pause you right there. And I paused them, and I looked up and I looked around, and I said, nonprofit consulting built my lifestyle. Nonprofit consulting pays for all of this. But it is the scarcity mentality that makes people think that you can't make money in nonprofits. You can't make money in government. You can't make money in ministry. I'm not going to have no conversation yet with y'all today about not wanting to pay preachers. I'm not that girl, and I will go toe to toe with you if I feel like it that day. I don't today, about why preachers and pastors do need to be paid. Why y'all have let the prosperity gospel, which is steeped in scarcity mentality, it's enough for the preacher to get paid 6 figures and for y'all to feed the hungry. It's enough for the preacher, listen, get off my timeline if you don't agree. I don't care. It's enough for the preacher to buy whatever car he want to buy, and y'all still have a van and give transportation. I said the quote yesterday that's been resonating in my soul. From abundance, he pulled abundance, and still abundance remained. From abundance, he withdrew abundance, and still abundance remains. Y'all, there is enough for everybody, including the preacher and the pastor. There is enough for everybody to earn, to eat, and still share with each other. But it is the scarcity mindset that makes us believe something is wrong. Somebody is being mistreated. Somebody is going without because somebody else is living in or operating in abundance. The scarcity mindset will also cause you to set goals too low. Now, I know you people in corporate have been listening to Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and you've been using SMART goals to set the goals for your organization, for your team, for your whoever. And SMART goals is the acronym, is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time specific. Well, attainable and realistic is oftentimes the scarcity mindset saying we don't need to do too much too fast. We don't need to grow too fast. We don't need to think that we can double, triple, quadruple what we've done. Let me tell you something. It's some corporations who are, there are some nonprofits who are, there are some solopreneurs and entrepreneurs who are, there are even some mom and pops who are, you all. But if you're in a scarcity mentality, if you have a scarcity mentality or scarcity mindset, it will cause you to set your goals too low and cause you to stay stuck in the same tax bracket, in the same income earning level, in the same whatsoever it is that keeps you from moving forward to abundance and existing in abundance, instead of shifting your mindset to realize that a mustard seed is a mustard seed. What in the world? A mustard seed is a mustard seed. It takes the same amount of faith, y'all, for you to produce $10,000 a month that it takes for you to produce $10,000 a day. A mustard seed is a mustard seed. It takes the same amount of faith for you to go to a 6-figure income per year to a 6-figure income per month. A mustard seed is a mustard seed, but we often set our goals too low because of scarcity mentality. We often have our prices too low because of scarcity mentality. We talked yesterday about not enough. Well, what if I set my price higher and not enough people buy? What if I set my price higher and not enough people enroll in my course? What if I set my price higher and not enough? It's like your focus is so much on not enough that you don't realize that that's the energy, that's the vibration That is the seed that you're sowing into the atmosphere. And guess what? You end up getting exactly what you have thought, what you have spoken, and what you have acted upon, right? So the scarcity mentality is impacting, can impact, and does impact you professionally in that manner. I'm going to give you this one last thing, and I'm getting ready to go. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell you how scarcity mentality impacts your relationships, right? Scarcity mentality has a huge impact on people's relationships, and they don't even realize it. The last thing, you all, a scarcity mindset causes you to overwork. Like, this no sleep gang is just foolishness. Your body doesn't function properly. Your mind doesn't function properly. You don't have the ability. They say there's about 6% of the population who can operate on about 4 to 6 hours worth of sleep. The rest of y'all need to take y'all asses to bed, okay? Go to sleep. Scarcity mentality will make you think you gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to respond to the email. Scarcity mentality will have you hearing that phone vibrate on the nightstand at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you gotta roll over to see who's texting me. It might be a client. Who's emailing me? It might be a contract. Let me tell you something. If they gonna not use you, if they're not going to buy your goods and services, if they're not going to contract you because you didn't respond to an email at 2 o'clock in the morning, let me tell you something. You have saved yourself some headache sugar. Here's why. Because before you get the contract, if you responded at 2 o'clock in the morning, then for the next 6 months, the next 6 years when you got the contract, they're going to expect you to do the exact same thing. There is enough, and you don't have to be emailing, texting all times of the day, night, and into the morning. Scarcity mentality will make you not take your vacation. It will make you not take off when you're sick. It will make you not use y'all get the point. We allow thinking that we might lose our job, that somebody might outwork us, that somebody else might get the contract, that somebody else. Here's what I'm telling you plainly and clearly. In your profession, whether you are the employee or whether you are the entrepreneur, get out of the scarcity mentality. Y'all, it's like literally probably in 3 to 5 mile radius of where I live, it's 2 Taco Bells. Taco Bell, my favorite fast food. It's 2 Taco Bells. Within a 3 to 5 mile radius of me is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 gas stations. Do I need to keep going? Within less than a mile radius of me, it's 1, 2, it's $3 Generals. With y'all, there is more than enough with supply and demand. The question becomes, are you going to shift? Are you going to shift your focus? Are you going to reprogram your mind to abundance so that you can allow yourself to stop being driven by not enough and start to be fueled by overflow and abundance? What you focus on expands. What you believe is what is made manifest in your life. What you have a fixation on, whether it's subconscious or whether it is conscious, is what you are going to consistently see show up in your work life. And if you keep telling yourself it's a time and a season where ain't nobody buying nothing, guess what? Ain't nobody gonna buy nothing from you. If you're telling yourself it's a time and season where nobody's giving, you can't raise money, that scarcity mindset is going to cause you to not be able to raise money. If you're existing in a place where you believe collaborations and partnerships are few and far between, that is what you are going to continue to experience. And what I promise you is, y'all, it is all untruth. What I promise you is that when you focus on abundance, when you focus on the good report, if you truly believe that your cup shall run over, if you truly believe he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly, if you truly believe that we have all the powers that you say we have, not Mercy to say we have, that you say we have. You've been quoting them scriptures. You've been talking about the power of life and death. You've been talking about speak those things. You've been talking about manifest. And I ain't the only one running around here talking about it. You've been talking about it too. If you truly believe that you can have what you say, then be deliberate about reprogramming your mind from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset. What I know with great certainty is that you have the power. And what I encourage you to do, even on your job, look for abundance. Even in your business, look for abundance. Wherever you believe that there's just not quite enough, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's resources, whether it's clients, whether it's contracts, whatsoever it is, you retrain yourself to focus on the abundance and truly fortify your belief so that it causes you to act in a manner to be able to receive what you desire and live what is promised. You have the power, so use it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'm looking at the time. I'll be trying to keep it short. I promise you I do. But I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Listen, send it to somebody. Share, like the page, become a subscriber. $4.99. Dude, you got $4.99. Give it to your girl. Ma'am, you got $4.99. Help me get this $10,000 bonus from Meta. Click the button, become a subscriber today. Y'all, I appreciate you immensely. I'm going to see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Look, take your break at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time so you can find out about how scarcity mentality is impacting your relationships. Eat your lunch with your girl. I'm Mercedes. This your first time joining me? You're manifesting with Mercedes. Go to manifestmoreresults.com to learn more about who I am, what I do, and how I can help you. Love y'all. See you tomorrow, 1 o'clock.